All right, so let's join this in progress. Looks like Jags are going to make it 7-3 here, midway through the first quarter in what is probably our best game of the week as far as playoff games are concerned, with implications. This is a huge game for the Jags, more so than the Bears, as I alluded to, in that kind of playoff scenario roundup. But what we have here is a battle for the Jags playoff lives and the Bears chances at the NFC North, even though they can still do that with a win next week. So let's see here what the Bears are going to do. We got Kaepernick. I'm going to go ahead and hand off a little stretch run to Montgomery here, who is a pretty good back. He's not very fast in terms of Madden. I think he's only like an 86 speed, but it's you could do a lot worse than a guy like Montgomery. I think Singletary's probably the better option, the Bills running back. But as far as good backs go, I think you'd be hard pressed to find someone kind of like Montgomery, because he's just a solid back, and who doesn't love a solid back? All right, Kaepernick here. We got a little bit of a power pistol here with Patterson as like a fullback tight end. Patterson gets one hell of a block. Got a little screenplay here. Oh no, Montgomery uses that terrible speed. Is that Rashaan Evans he got by? Whoever it was didn't pick up the tackle animation there at all. Just ran right by him. Gotta hate that. Looks like Josh Allen has an X factor, and it is relentless. I don't know. I'm not too aware of that one as an edge. I think you probably want more of like your speed rush or edge threat or whatever it's called out there. It does look like Rashaan Evans, I'm going to guess. We'll check at the end of this drive. We'll check the rosters here in a second. To the streams there, Kaepernick rolls out there right into Josh Allen, the aforementioned Josh Allen. It's almost like I paid him. Hey, buddy, I know I said you don't have an edge threat, but go ahead and use that relentless. Get that activated. Rush moves no longer cost points. Okay, so that's not bad, actually, especially if you're using the DL there, because you can just do your bull rush, do your whatever the hell you want to do, and not have to worry about that bar going down, which is nice. But he is activated. We got Patterson in the slot here. I think he still has that return man, and it looks like A. Smith is going to go ahead and user him off that edge now that his X factor is activated. Here he comes. We got a swim move to the inside. Works out well. Nice pass there by Kaepernick over the middle. We got it now. We're going to be at third and probably 12. All right, third and 12. Here we go. Still early in the game, but you got to think that the Bears are going to want points here. Every drive you want points. Who am I kidding? Right, so we're going to spread them out here. We got Jimmy Graham in the slot, the ageless wonder. Jimmy Graham, Tariq Cohen in the backfield with Kaepernick. I don't know who that is over there to the left, but it looks like he has a superstar. Maybe it's Allen Robinson or somebody he's traded for. Coming across on that slant, we got the middle of the field missed. I don't know. That could have gone either way there. Could have been an interception. Could have been caught by this. I think both teams can have a gripe there. Whether if you're the Bears, you're like, come on, you got to catch that. And if you're the Jags, you're kind of like, you got to pick that. But either way, worked out for Jacksonville. They forced the punt, and here we go. They got to try to pin him deep here. Let's see. Yeah, well, to the 11. D.D. Westbrook gets it there. He's going to get outside. Oh, makes a nice tackle there. I don't know. 21 is that? Whoever it is. All right, so I said I'd go check if that is indeed Rashaan Evans. So let's do that. Daddy Leagues. I don't know about you guys, but anytime I type in Daddy in my internet, I get a little sketched out. I don't know what's going to come up. A little Zaddy action here. Saturday morning Daddy, a Saturday, a Natterday. All right, we're going to stretch it here to Raquel Armstead. I don't know if we started this franchise by the time Fournette had gone to Tampa or not. To be honest, I am not certain. But if we hadn't, he doesn't look like he's with the Jags at the moment. Oh no, his can got dented. Somehow it got dropped. As I said, today's stream is brought to you by Bon Vive. I don't know if I did Vizzy last time, but either way, we do have the seltzers going again. We got Cam back to pass. He's got DJ Chark on the post, but he drops the ball, and Tyler Eifert is hurt. I thought that was going to be Chark, and that could have been very, very costly for the Jags. But luckily, it's just 900-year-old corpse of Tyler Eifert who got hurt. Third and long here. You gotta think the Jags want to at least flip the field, at least get a first down or two, if nothing else. We're coming with the slants. With the pass, it is almost intercepted. Those slants, man, are they kind of feast or famine A lot of times you can wait for the wide receivers to clear, but when it does not work, wow, there's always that like cluster of bodies, and it can turn into a interception really quickly. We've got an 8-mile-an-hour wind, so he might put this in the friggin' end zone. Cordarrelle Patterson here with the return man, I believe, abilities, and they did nothing there for him. Tackled immediately inside their 30. Let's see what we can do here. All right, so finally I'm going to go check this goddamn Jags roster depth chart. Boo-doo-doo, boo-doo-doo. All right, their middle backer is indeed Rashaan Evans. Yes, he is. Rashaan Evans, formerly of the Titans, now of the Jags. In on that tackle there on David Montgomery on first down to make it a 2nd and 5. Let me see if I can't pull up the Bears in another window. Oh, yeah, I forgot these don't work. Well, we'll figure this out here in a second. All right, let's go here. 2nd and 5. Next stoppage in play. Probably at the end of the quarter here. I'll go get the Daddy Leagues all pulled up. Patterson up the middle. Is he a running back in this? I always forget which version we started with, but I know he's a running back at one point. I think now they've switched him back to wide receiver. All right, now I'm interested in that, so I am going to do that. Open a new tab because that will work. Chicago. Depth chart. All right, third down, big third down here. Let's get back to the action. Not worry about me looking at the depth charts. And it is the end of the first quarter. Sirens sounding in Jacksonville to let them know that this is an important third down. And if you'll notice here, this is mimicking real life because the stadium is full of humans, as Governor DeSantis wants to happen. I don't know how many people in the stands have contracted COVID, but we will find out soon if Miami goes back. I'm assuming Jacksonville will go back with them. I know the Dolphins came out and said they only want to do 13,000 fans, but DeSantis said you can pack that bitch full. To the victor goes the COVID. All right, here we go. Another big stop there for the Jags. Now the Bears have the wind. DD gets out about his 15. He's going to go left here. And is that Buster Screen, formerly of the New York Jets, the holding machine, Buster Screen, there with the tackle. Nice gunner. He is a good gunner, and he's pretty good in Madden because he's quite fast. But, yeah, Patterson is indeed, and he's actually the best running back on the Bears at a 79 overall, though he is 29, so he's kind of old. It's not like you're going to build with him. Here we go. Cameron Newton came over in that trade that sent Minshew to the Pats. Got a little play action. We're going to DJ Shark do. Roquan Smith gets the old middle linebackers can't jump animation, but it is knocked away by the two safeties that were in cover two that came into the over in the middle. And nice D there by the Chicago Bears. See here if they try to make it 2nd and manageable or if they go back to the air. I like the teal little undersleeves Cam has. We are going to hand off here to Rockwell Armstead. And he gets it to about the 30, so we'll say 3rd and 4. So 3rd and manageable. Always like to have this, especially with a guy like Newton who, if the team drops back too far in zone, you can still take off with him. I have Drew Lock, who likes to fumble the ball when he's running. I have finally gotten used to jamming the shit out of the square button to slide, but that's where we are in life right now. You just got to learn as we go. All right, looks like they're playing off coverage. All right, now they come back in the press here. Let's see what the Jags do to counter. We got the slants coming again. Seems to be a theme, and nicely played. Oh, wow, that was well done. Tayshaun Gibson, senior, junior, the 3rd, the 4th. I don't know which surname the man has, but Tayshaun Gibson baited Cam Newton there following the inner slant and then coming back to the outer. Is he an innie? Is he an outie? I don't know how his umbilical cord was cut, but on that play, he baited him nice. Cam tried to find LaVisca Chenault there, and it did not work out. So the Bears are in business here. The Jags 36. We'll see. We will see. Let's see. I mean, I guess that's literally the entire point of life. We'll see. You don't know what's going to happen. All right. Jags coming on a blitz. We got the play action. Cam gets away from it, throws it deep. Prayer, and it is perfect timing user pick. I'm not real certain what happened there. Was that a switch? We're going to find out here soon, folks. Let's go to the Discord. I honestly couldn't tell, and I'm not on YouTube, so I can't rewind. But I don't know. Yeah, I honestly don't know what's going on here. I know that Jags was obviously a little salty about the way. Okay, the Jags is going to punt it back. Looks like it was kind of one of those out of habit type things. So that was a well played there by the Jags. You got to give him props for manning up and admitting that he had gone ahead and used it. What are you going to do? Sometimes it happens. Do we have a roughing the punter, though? Holy Jesus. I don't know. This is just insanity. Illegal block in the back. So they at least declined the penalty. So this was a field flipper. But like I said, I mean, when you're in a no-switch league and the heat of the moment gets the best of you and you switch on accident, we've all done it. We all do it. It happens. A lot of times it actually happens to me on offense. I'll be jamming X so hard, or I'll be jamming square so hard to throw the ball. I'll trigger a run after catch animation or trigger a possession catch animation. You don't mean to do it. It's just something that happens when you're kind of in the heat of the moment, and I get that. I know Jags posted in the Discord to watch the free roam. I really thought what the Bears did there was within our rules. He kind of followed the one slant to the edge of his zone and then actually came back to his zone. I thought it would have been against the rules if he continued to follow that initial slant personally, because as you get to the edge of your zone, you're supposed to come back to your zone. So I liked what he did. Granted, it was one of those baiting kind of techniques, but by the rule of our law here in NMU, I think that he played it within the rules, got to the edge of his zone and came back to where it was supposed to be. But that is all water under the bridge at this point, because we're moving on. Here we go. Kaepernick in a strong eye set, or is it weak eye? I don't know. I forget. But we're going to pitch it here to Montgomery. He's got a lane. He breaks a tackle, and then he falls down on an imaginary man. I don't know. You never know with Madden. Should he have probably broken the first tackle? No. So I think that was a ball don't lie kind of play. But if you're the Bears, you're kind of pissed that you had wide open field in front of you, and David Montgomery got fucking tackled by the turf monster there doing I don't know if it was he got sucked into an animation or what, but it was very bizarre. It looked like he did a truck stick, and then a turf monster reached up and said, "No, you fucking don't." All right, so big play here, 3rd and 9. Sirens going off again. This would get old if you're the Jags. I don't remember this. I was the Jags in 20, and I don't remember this. Tariq Cohen now breaks a tackle. Can't get by. What a tackle there. 35 on the Jags. I don't think that's C.J. Henderson. I don't know if it's Trey Waynes or who the hell it is, but let's see. Looked like a Trey Waynesy kind of guy. Boom, boom, boom. Cornerback. Sidney Jones is who it was. I could tell just by the look of the hair. All right, yes. So Sidney Jones went to the Jags in our free agency draft. And now D.D. Wiesbrook. D.D. Wiesbrook, I was so excited when I came back. I can't enunciate my vowels. D.D. Wiesbrook takes the punt back for a touchdown. Completely flips the game. Uh-oh. Here we go. I'm checking out my Discord. A. Smith did clarify. He was talking about the shark one with Roquan, where he did go a little deep with the linebacker there. And I will admit that I did think Roquan did get a little deep. So here we go. All right, Josh Lambo is a fucking superstar. Who knew? Who knew Josh Lambo had superstar depth? What is his ability? This is awesome. Let's see here. Roster. Kicker. Josh Lambo. I am very curious. Ability. Focused kicker. He, slower kicking meter for better power and accuracy. Okay, that makes sense. I think Johnny Hecker had that with the punting with the Rams. I've noticed it. All right, Kaepernick on a little bubble here to Allen Robinson, and he gets popped hard out of bounds after he gets first down. I'm not a huge fan of the spotting of the ball and the reach animations in this Madden, if I'm honest. That looks like he was short to me, but it continually happens. And I guess you see it happen on Sundays. They always spot the guy like half a yard up than you think he is. But I know I'm not a fan of it, especially on some of these runs. Although last night, I could have used one of those reach animations. On 3rd and fucking inches, Melvin Gordon, you bum. Tariq Cohen with a huge hole. Big whiff on the hit stick, and Tariq's going to go. No one's going to catch him, not even speedy linebacker Leon Jacobs, who is a pretty good user linebacker, but when you're not using him, he does. I think his play recognition is like -6. He's dog shit. Again, like I said, I played with the Jags last cycle, and he was fast. He was awesome when you used him, but when you didn't, he literally, I don't know that he knows his alphabet. And I don't know if that's a reflection of real life Leon Jacobs. I don't want to disparage the man. He could be a Rhodes Scholar for all I know. But I do know in Madden, his play recognition is shit. Let's see what it is, actually. Am I just talking out of my ass? All right, Jacobs.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
What the hell? So it's an L. So Michael, learn your alphabet. But I've never seen it sorted by first name. Usually it's sorted by last name. Just trying to make, excuses for myself here. Yeah, play recognition 66, the mark of the devil. And his awareness is a 62. So Leon Jacobs is about as dumb as they come in Madden. 88 speed, 88 acceleration. So it's awesome if you're using him, but when you're not, buyer beware. All right, 14-10. We got 4:45 left. You got to think the Jags obviously want to score as fast as they can. I do not know who gets the ball at half, but also would be nice to put a drive together, score, and then have it be the end of the half. Nice little corner route there. DJ Shark, I don't know if anybody's going to catch him. And he gone. He gone. Wow, this has been one hell of a span here. I think we've got 21 points in the matter. I don't know game minutes. It's not much, but I know actual real-life minutes. It's only been about 3. DJ Shark now has 21 receiving touchdowns. Jesus Christ. I don't know. He's got to be leading the league here, I would imagine. Let's get off of Jacobs. What is Jerry Rice, like 23? Offensive leaders. DJ Shark, 21, 2,200 yards. Yeah, Shark is having a year. Khalif Raymond having a year. Obviously, speed kills in Madden. Wouldn't surprise me if Kalfani Muhammad's up there, too. But speed does kill. You can see with Khalif Raymond, 5'8", little midget, but he runs a 90 with a 94 speed, so he's doing very well there. And now we've got a direct snap to Tariq Cohen. He might be gone again. Jesus Christ. Holy shit, what's going on? Tariq Cohen trying to truck stick the air for some reason. I don't know that Tariq Cohen could truck stick anyone, but he just did there. Ended up costing him, but what a run there by Tariq Cohen. Takes him into Jags territory here on the 49. 85, the tight end for the Bears, was looking for somebody to block, just running around like a psychopath. Here we go. Got Jimmy Graham lined up in the backfield with Montgomery. Going to go to Montgomery, and the Bears are starting to really establish a run game. And there's that weird-ass, is he going to fumble? No, he's reaching forward for the first down animation that Madden decided to put in. I've never seen that happen on Sunday where a guy gets fucking hit-sticked, and then he just decides he's going to spin around like a ballerina and put the ball out in the air. I would love it if they made it a mechanic where you could control it and you could try to reach out, but then there was a penalty. Like, if Leon Jacobs is right next to you, he's going to punch it out. That would be awesome, but the way they have it just randomly put in there makes no sense to me, and it's not something you see on Sunday, so I don't know why they did it. Oh, he's going deep here. Got a man up in the air, knocked away, and Quincy Williams, another one of those speedy, dumb Jags linebackers, goes down there. That is not Quinnen Williams, I don't think, anyway. I think Quinnen is still with the Jets, although Steph does like to trade a shit ton of players, so who knows. But I'm almost positive that's Quincy. All right, let's see here, Cap. What you got? 2nd and 10. And again, I don't know who gets the ball here, but with the way the Bears have been running the ball, you got to think they want to run it, kill some clock here, because that Jags offense can quick strike. Kaepernick going to run, throws it, almost intercepted. Probably should have been intercepted. Rashaan Evans there, more known for his run-stuffing ability, but you really got to think that should have been a pick.
Who can move. Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield.
Steph is now offering was going to be a top 10 pick, the Seahawks first for DJ Shark. And I don't know that you take that, because he's probably going to be, I don't know if he's gotten a dev bump yet, but if he hasn't yet, he's going to be at least a superstar. If he had gotten a dev bump, you would think he would be a X Factor. Unfortunately for Jags, he is still sitting at star last I saw. Let's go confirm that while the Bears line up for this field goal attempt. So DJ Shark do 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 DJ Shark do 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 BP Shark do do. How annoying is that? All right, let's see. Brett Maher, the Madden legend, like 99 kick power or something crazy like that. And he's got it. All right, so we're now 17 all Jags ball. That's it, y'all. I'm having too much fun with this. Shark, yes, is still a star dev, although look at these peaks and valleys here. Only had one really off game where does that say 11 catches for 23 yards? That can't be correct. Week 11 he had 23 yards. Okay, that's what that means. So week 10, 150. Week 12, 255. Week 13, 328. 175. And I don't know how, but in week 15 he only had 73 yards. What a fucking bum DJ Shark is there. Let me get out of my personal DMs. I don't want anybody to see any neat things going on here. All right, Jags out. Let's see if he's going to go to the air or keep the ball on the ground. Go to the air here. Nice play action. Oh, he had the running back, but he's going to Shark deep. Never a bad choice. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. DJ Shark is, if he gets X Factor, it could be game over. I mean, you're in cover 2, man. It's hard to explain what went on there. Eddie Jackson just fucking shit the bed, really, is what happened. I mean, you got Fuller and Eddie Jackson back there, 2 folks who are not slouches by any stretch of the imagination. I imagine if you're the Bears user right now, you've cussed your TV. I would have. And I don't take the game quite as seriously as a lot of you, frankly. But I would have cursed my TV on that one. If my kids were around, I still would have cursed. I cursed in front of my kids. Nobody's perfect, you know. We all have our demons, and I've got 2 of them. Am I right? All right, Cordarrelle. Yeah, I've not been impressed with his return man ability. I don't know if it ups his acceleration, puts his juke moves higher. I don't know what it is, but it hasn't done shit in a couple that I've seen him. So I'm so glad Philip Lindsay fucking has that. Thanks a lot, Madden. Get my wife. We need to do more Saturday afternoon games when my wife's at work. I'm having way too much fun doing this right now. All right, little dump off there to Montgomery. Rush. Wow, I don't know. I guess I looked up too late for my phone. I thought that was a little dump off, but it was not. All right, it looks like we're going to get to the 2-minute warning. At least if I'm the Bears, I'm probably letting it get to the 2-minute warning. No, he did not. He snaps the ball. It's a little dump off here. Cordarrelle, and there you go. Does something. Gets stood up by Sidney Jones, but does get the first down. So we're going to have 1st and 10 from our own, about 40, with 2 minutes to go in the half. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining. We'll see what kind of strategies they employ here, whether you're going to, I think first down will obviously tell the tale if you're the Jags, whether you're going to use timeouts or not. You might want to use them either way to try to get the ball back the way the Jags have been. Big play offense here. Tariq Cohen, what a hole. What a tackle there by, I don't know who that was. Tariq Cohen is now hurt. Broke his ankle, apparently. But, man, what a shed there by that D tackle. I think it was 97, maybe? Let's do this by number. That was one hell of a shed there in tackle. Yeah, I think it was Al Woods. Can neither confirm nor deny, but I think it was Al Woods with one hell of a tackle there. Montgomery bouncing off of people. Here we go. If you're the Bears, I don't think you're using timeouts here. You're trying to take this, and luckily Cohen only sprained his ankle there. Nothing major. So hopefully we'll see him back. You never know if it's going to be 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters in Madden, but I know that ever since Josh Allen paralyzed himself, I no longer bring guys back when they're injured. All right, so here we go. Kaepernick. Cap with a pitch here to Cordarrelle Patterson. Wow, what a hit there by Rashaan Evans. And like we said, when we saw him drop that interception, he's not the best in coverage, but that guy can stuff the run, and he showed you there what's going to happen when you come in his zone with a fucking wallop on Cordarrelle Patterson. Oh, that was pretty funny. The only thing funny in that is when the D tackles demolish the guards with that bull rush. That's probably one of my other favorite animations to watch. Oh, rough animation there for the Bears. Had him. C.J. Henderson gets beat initially by Allen Robinson, recovers nicely. That jump animation is never fun, and he allows the cornerback to knock it away. Josh Allen there making some hay off the edge here. I don't know who the Bears' right tackle is. We'll look that up at halftime, but he's struggling with Josh Allen. I think if Allen can hit the outside move as opposed to the inside swim, it could be more beneficial, but we'll see. Here we go, 3rd and 12. This is big. With Jags having all 3 timeouts, I don't think you run it here. If you only had 1 timeout, maybe you run it, make him use that last timeout. Oh, Jimmy Graham with the dropsies. A couple of rough animations there in a row for the Bears, but again, pretty tight coverage, and Jimmy Graham just couldn't hang on to it. So this punt's going to be big. Ken Dede taking on to the house. I think if you're the Bears, you're sending this bitch right out of bounds. Bradley Pinion.
those two elements
And
together.
he does. Right, what a punt. Going to put him at the 1 yard line. Now you've got some real decisions to make on both sides because you saw what DJ Shark can do getting behind the defense. Do you risk a play action, risk a sack and a safety, or do you run the ball? Do you go for the jugular? Everything's open here, and I think if you're the Bears, you kind of got to play it safe with DJ Shark on the outside with the way he's been playing. So I think advantage here, Jags, and he does. He runs it up the middle. Nicely done there by Eddie Goldman, keeping that to a pretty small game. Bears surprisingly call a timeout there. I don't know that I love that with the way DJ Shark has been getting behind the defense. But, because, I mean, you got one more timeout. Even if you call that timeout on 3rd down, he can just run it again and run out the clock. I don't know that I like giving him extra chances here. Let's see if it works out. It's not like I'm fucking undefeated and dominating this league, but that's why they pay me the big bucks to do these commentating gigs. There we go, and got him just in time. Looked like it could have been a safety. Wow, that was ballsy to wait that long. But again, wait for those slants to come to fruition. And it almost was a safety, turns into a big play. You're still only at the 20-yard line, even with that big play. So Bears here not in terrible trouble, but Jags do have 3 timeouts, and you got to figure they probably got at least 5 plays here that they can get off with those 3 timeouts. All right, here we go. We got trips left. James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end, who's terrible, runs a corner route to O'Shaughnessy. And Shark did not haul that one and thought that looked like it was going to be one of those, is it a pass interference animations? It was not. And again, only 4 seconds ran off the clock there. So you've got quite a few plays left here if you're the Jags with all 3 of those timeouts in hand. He's got time to get in the field goal range. It's just will he? And I think you'll take a 10-point lead heading into halftime gladly. But again, this is one of those deals where it's like risk reward. Do you want to throw a pick in your own territory? I think I'd still be going just as aggressive too. So can't fault the calls here. We're going with a screen, and it's wide open. Raquel Armstead. He's got 1 to beat. Linder can't get out there. If Linder was just a touch faster, that could have been a house call. However, it's still, you'll take that nice 30-yard gain there on 2nd and 10 on a screenplay. I don't know what is going on with these screenplays in man, especially. Look, we knew last year if you caught a guy in zone, the screenplays work, but this year it seems like they work no matter what, and in man especially. If you're not using the guy who's covering the running back, sometimes they just don't go cover the running back. It's fucking weird. I don't know if it's something they got to patch, but there's another crosser there to LaVisca Chenault. One hell of a rookie wide receiver. I'm actually, I get it, because Shark was only a star. You want to get him devved up. But I'm a little bit surprised that more time hasn't been spent trying to dev up LaVisca. I'll check him at half to see where his dev is at this point in time. 14 seconds. In Madden, you got 3 plays here. You got 1 to the end zone, then another play with your timeout, and then do what you want to do, whether you want to kick the field goal or be like me and try to run something, do a spike, but it doesn't work, then you have to fake spike it, and then you just get sacked. Have I harped on that enough that I did that to myself last night because I'm a fucking idiot? Yeah, okay, good. Glad. All right, here we go. 14 seconds, 1 timeout in the bag. Let's see. They are going to hand the ball off, so now they've probably only got 1 more play after this. Nicely done there by Armstead. Looks like he's just going to let it go and then take the field goal, which I like. I mean, because when you're in this, 22 to 28, that 20 to 30 yard range, you're risking it because the guy goes into cover 4. Now you're throwing in like quadruple coverage in the end zone, and is it going to be a touchdown? Holy shit, that kick meter moves slow. That's one hell of a fucking trait. I like that. I mean, I was laughing about it with Josh Lambo earlier, but that slow kick meter is huge, especially with we've all seen the lag and the weird wonky kick meters that we've had to deal with here. And the Jags do get the ball, so smart move there to go for 3 as opposed to trying to push into the end zone and potentially risk a turnover. Let me go see where LaVisca Chenault is. I did it by number now, so he's number 10. He's hidden. I'm going to guess that means star, because I don't see, usually even you'll get like like the abilities with the player, even when they're not. So I'm guessing that he's star at this stage. I don't know what he started off as. He may have started off as a star. I don't know if he was normie or star. But either way, he's a hidden dev now at the moment. Eddie Jackson with a nice little tackle there. Could have been a big gain had he missed that tackle, but he makes a nice tackle. And Armstead's starting to find some lanes here. Big drive here because, you know, when you get the ball, one, you want to score coming out of half, obviously. But two, if you can get it to a 3-score game with about 6 minutes left in the third, your opponent's starting to run out of possessions. Or you probably only got 3 or 4 possessions left if you're him. And you got to score every time. Apparently, I've got the hiccups now. I need to, like the drunk crow in old school Warner Brothers cartoons. You know, the kind of racist one that was kind of a black guy, but it wasn't really. They couldn't say it was a black guy, but they made him drunk and unemployed, and he's like a crow. So it was kind of a black guy, but not really, because we didn't want to be overtly racist, just subtly racist. That's what I am right now. Only I'm not black, just a drunk white dude on a Saturday.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton.
Oh, Shark got behind the defense again. That's going to be 6. And it is. Oh, no, it was D.D. Westbrook. It wasn't Shark. And he just fucking flat out dropped the ball for no apparent reason. I don't know what that was. Looked like 6 to me. I think everybody else watching. These play action passes deep have gotten behind the coverage. I don't know if Bears is picking underneath coverage, if he shifted some of his zones or something, but those don't look like they should be able to get behind a guy, but they're getting behind routinely. Something to keep an eye on. I think when I say keep an eye on, I don't mean like it's fucking somebody's like hacking the game or something, but it's just something to keep an eye on as the game goes forward to see if it continues or if it changes. Roquan Smith and Eddie Goldman combined for the tackle there. 3rd and 7 now. Big, again, like I said, big stop, because if you're the Bears here and the Jags go up 3 scores, you got to think, not that it's game over, but you've got a tough road to hoe. 3 scores down with halfway through the 3rd quarter, only a quarter and a half left. All right, Newton back to pass. Throws the in route. Chenault has it, and he's going to go. Buster screen, apparently. I thought he was faster than that. He couldn't catch Chenault for anything there. Let's see what Buster's screen speed is. That was pathetic there, Buster. Oh, he's been nerfed all the way down to an 89. Okay, he used to be like 90, 92 in that range, but he has gotten older, and he played like shit for the Jets and the Bears last year. So I think he deserved it. I still can't get over. We got James O'Shaughnessy out there. You think? I wonder if Oliver's hurt, the young tight end in Jacksonville, because he seems like he's more up Ace Smith's alley with his speed. But I don't know. Maybe he's hurt. Maybe he's traded away. Yeah, he's on a team. He's only got a 79 speed too. 85. Okay, I'm an idiot. I thought he had pretty good speed. 85 speed, 86 acceleration. Not bad at all for a Madden tight end. So curious. Maybe it's just a depth chart thing because Eifert got hurt and he hasn't really adjusted the depth chart a ton. But either way, Trevathan coming back across the middle. Nice little hook route there by Shark. He got both feet down, looked like to me. And he did indeed. We are now 1st and 10 from the 15. Jags now moving the ball quite efficiently. Alrighty. In that Mike Dondarski throws an interception zone here is what I like to call it. I'm the king of the red zone intercept. Oh, he had 2 routes there. O'Shaughnessy drops it. Have I belabored the fact that I think he should put in Oliver? I don't think I've mentioned it enough that I can't believe he has O'Shaughnessy as the backup and not Oliver. Eifert is out. I didn't see if it was a long-term one or if he was just out for a little bit, but I do know Eifert got hurt, which isn't surprising because he's always hurt. All right, we got Westbrook coming through on another streaker there. And then we got the crosser coming across. Nicely played by Ogletree. And Newton fumbles, picked up by Raquel Armstead. This is going to be huge. Okay, so we got about a 15-yard loss. We're looking at, 3rd and 25 here? 3rd and 26 at the 31. Barring a penalty here, you got to think the Bears are going to come out only 2 scores down, which is huge. Field goal here is very, very big because obviously if you can do math, 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 plus 17 is 31. 27 plus 3 is 30. So you're still within 2 scores here. Big play here. You got to hope you don't get a penalty, whether it be a hold or some kind of phantom shit that happens in Madden all the time. Let's see. I'm going to go screen here. It's worked well so far. He's got blockers out in front. This could be a big play. Raquel Armstead apparently turned into Derrick Henry for a minute. Trucks him, but we're still got 12 yards to go. So the Jags are going to have to settle for 3. They did, however, get a good chunk of time off the clock. But the difference between 13 and 10 is 3 points, obviously, because we can all do math. But 2 touchdowns still beats you. So that drive, outside of taking a bunch of time off the clock, 2 touchdowns still beats you. Got to be a little disappointed there if you're the Jaguars. All right, so I don't like that on kickoffs. It takes too goddamn long. But on field goals, that's super beneficial. But, man, on kickoffs, it takes like 7 minutes to kick the ball off. That get on my nerves. It's the little things in life, you know, that irk the shit out of old white men. So here we go. Jackson, have I infused enough racial talk into this one? Good. All right, we're getting there. Get a little more loose here. Oh, empty set. Kaepernick all alone in the backfield. This is going to be one of those patented quarterback draws that Kaepernick loves to run. By the looks of the audibles, it doesn't look like it will be. Drops back. Coming over the middle. He's going for the corner route, and it was defended nicely. Robinson again on that corner route. The one before just got broken up nicely by Henderson. That was much better coverage by the Jags, and luckily it wasn't a pick there for the Bears, and that could have been all she wrote if he throws a pick there. You gotta, I mean, look, you're 2 scores down, but I think you got to keep that run game going. He was running the ball very, very well. I'm surprised he's abandoned it as quickly as he has, but again, I'm not undefeated. Wow, nicely done. Oh, he drops the ball. What a pass by Kaepernick. Like he threw that with like the low pass trajectory, so his guy didn't jump and get it knocked out again, and he still fucking dropped it. So what are you gonna do? Empty again. Let's see if we go with Josh Allen here. It looks like he is going to use her Josh Allen. Kaepernick audible again. Josh Allen with the swim move to the outside that time. Can't get there in time. Kaepernick airmails it. Jimmy Graham looks like he's lost. He doesn't use his 6'6" body to even try to jump for it. Instead, he looked like he was looking around waiting to get hit by somebody, which isn't super unrealistic. But again, I think you're looking at the screen kind of incredulously like, what the hell just happened there? But it was a bit of an airmail, and it was Jimmy Graham at fucking 600 years old. So D.D. Westbrook, again, with that huge punt return earlier that we talked about. We had that quick span where it went from like, I think it was like 10-7 or something crazy like that to all of a sudden then it was like 28-7. It was a real fast turnaround. Whatever it was a 21-point spin. We had D.D. Westbrook, then we had Tariq Cohen, then we had D.J. Shark. It was back to back to back. Usually you reserve that for the home runs, am I right? But not in this game. We did it for touchdowns. All right, let's see what Cameron's got in store here. Can the Jags go on another clock-eating run and get a score? We'll play action here. O'Shaughnessy's there. He's going Shark over the middle. We know that. That's going to be 6. Yep, figure that. I don't know how. It's like the guy's fucking made of Teflon. He's got covered himself in oil. I'm not certain what's going on with DJ Shark, but he's unstoppable in this league. And he's only a star dev. Maybe he's a secret superstar dev and we just don't know it. Going for 2 here to make it 21, to make it a full 3-score game. 6 in one, half dozen the other. When you got DJ Shark, just fucking throw it to him, right? It's going to work. So we're now up 21, 3-score game here. We got to think it's now desperation time for the Bears. I really think he made a mistake last drive by not at least attempting to run the ball one time because the run had been working for him. So we'll see. 3-score game, you can still run the ball, but it's not as beneficial now as it was last drive when you had only a 2-score game and you could run, and he comes out heavier set. I mean, you got to keep yourself somewhat honest. So let's see how this goes. Another well blocked up the middle. Just not much you can do there. Evans, he went left, and Evans hit the proper hole. If he went right and Evans hit the other hole, it could have been a big game, but it's just one of those things in Madden where you kind of have to make a choice and hope the other guy chooses the wrong hole, and he didn't there. Chose the right hole. I'll leave the sexual jokes for you guys at home. There he goes up the middle again, wide open. That mid blitz, one thing I do like that they've done, they started it last year and it's carried over into this year, is that mid blitz, if you run it and someone runs against it, you can get gashed. And I think that's good because your linebackers are right there over the guard, over the center. And in real life, if a guard and a center gets hold of most linebackers, they're going to be able to seal them. So I do like that that's kind of like the quote-unquote counter to that mid blitz. But I don't know. Kind of trying to riff for time here because it is starting to get to the point where it's looking like the Jags are going to get the win. But we'll see. This drive is going to tell the tale. There he goes again, and I'm telling you, it's like it's not too late at all. He can definitely still run the ball, but you got to wonder where this was last drive. I think the Bears user is going to go after this game if they don't finish the comeback with a lot of what ifs. Man, I should have run the ball more on that drive when I was down 2 scores, and then played my hand from there. So we'll see. You still got plenty of time. Still not even hit the fourth quarter yet. So you probably got another 3 plays here. And the way he's running the ball, he'll be in the red zone by then, going into the fourth quarter. And then you just got to D up, which is hard to do with DJ Shark the way he's been playing. This is getting Pat's Derrick Henry level here. Is he going to reach 30 carries or Niners Raheem Mostert level? I don't know. I don't know who he's trying to emulate here, but either way, he's playing bully ball right now, and this is going to be the last play of the quarter, barring an injury. Stuffed up there. Fat man number 98. I take a little swig break there. Yeah, that third quarter really got crazy with the punt returns, all the touchdowns. Jags got the better end of it, but the Bears were definitely right there helping the back and forth. Here we go. I think you're in 4-down territory here, down 3 touchdowns. A field goal does you no good, so I think you're in 4-down territory here if you're the Bears. I'm wondering if this is half the run is working and half it's over. I'm just trying to get out of here. It wouldn't surprise me if it's both. Like he's getting 5-6 yards a pop. Granted, he's been stuffed up here the past few times, but it's 4-down territory. Again, I'm curious to see if he comes out in a field goal here. I think it's more of the former. He's ready to just lick his wounds and come back week 17, try to win the division in that game against the Packers. But no, he's going to run the ball here again. So here we go, 4th and 2. This will determine whether or not we stick with this stream or I go and see if my kids have murdered each other. There we go. Josh Allen gets caught up in one of those turf monster animations, and now we're 1st and goal. Bears in business, and this is still a ball game, folks. David Montgomery there gets through the line, and Josh Allen, he tripped over his own guy. Okay, so it wasn't as bad as I initially thought. He did trip over his own guy, but man, it was funny to watch him. Look like he had shit his pants and was then stumbling to get to the bathroom before anybody noticed. But he did actually trip over his own guy. Jermaine Afidi, he's got to be a 42 rated O lineman at this point. He's bounced around with the Seahawks. Now he's with the Bears. I can't imagine he's greatly rated, but if he's your starter, you don't want to see starting linemen go down this late in the season, so I hope it's nothing serious. And now you're not in has to be 3-and-out territory. You still got 3 timeouts, so you're going to get 2 more drives, but definitely you cannot let them score here.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Charles, you said earlier,
Torn labrum. There you go. The exact opposite of what you want to see this late in the season with your O-line. I mean, again, Afidi's not like irreplaceable, but he's a starting O-lineman. You don't want him gone. Goes without saying. All right, let's see if the Jags can run this ball. We know they can pass the ball to DJ Shark, but let's see if they can run out a game. First down, the answer is no. Roquan Smith and Eddie Jackson combined there for the tackle. 2nd and 8. I think I don't know. This is a hard one because you want to keep the clock running. You're still 2 scores. I think if he gets it within 7, then you kind of open up the playbook more. But if you're going to pass, I think you pass on 2nd down to kind of see where you stand. All right, you drop him back to pass. Got the drag route there. D.D. Westbrook gets tackled, stays in bounds. Doesn't really matter at this stage. For those of you that don't know the NFL rules, the clock does not stop. Well, it stops. So here's how it goes. After 5 minutes in the fourth quarter, the clock stops completely when you go out of bounds. Up until 5 minutes, so with our league, it's 9 minutes. So from 9 until 5, the clock stops when you go out of bounds, but the moment you pick a play, it starts running again. Or when the play clock gets to 20 seconds, either or. So if you're losing in the fourth quarter and you want to conserve like 10 or 15 seconds, don't pick your play at 33 seconds. Pick your play at 20 seconds, and you'll conserve 13 seconds. Otherwise, you're going to get that runoff down to 20, down to 15, and you're going to cost yourself like 10 or 15 seconds. I know it's annoying when you're playing me and I'm losing and I wait until 20 seconds to call my play in the fourth quarter, but that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to not have as much clock milked off as possible. I like milk and shit, like cows and goats, pregnant women. You know, they start lactating toward the end. I don't know why I said pregnant and not postpartum, because they have more milk to be milked. Are we approaching weird territory yet? Okay, good. Here we go, 3rd and 2. This is huge. Are they going to pass or run the ball? They're going to run, and he didn't get it. What a stuff there by the big man. 94, I don't know who that, Robert Quinn. Whoa, they gave him a first down. Again, like I mentioned it earlier in this stream, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about the ball spotting other than wow. I don't think anyone thought he got that was watching this stream. I do wear eyeglasses. I don't have the greatest eyesight, but it looked like he was down to me, and that pretty much wraps up the ball game. 3 snaps here, unless you throw in completions. You're looking at another 2 minutes run off the clock, and there's no way you're going to get 14 points on this offense-defense combo. A. Smith is not like unbeatable, but he's a pretty damn good user. Smart play there to take the sack. You try to get up and out and run, but you keep the clock running. A sack is there. I know in theory you don't want to get sacked, but a sack there is much better than throwing an incompletion. The clock here is more important than getting the first down. Let's see if he keeps the ball on the ground here. I would, but we'll see. 58's the mic, Roquan. Roquan's the mic. Good job, Kim. I don't know if that froze or what. A little counter play. It's there. Eddie Goldman makes a hell of a play because that was there. It took a little long to develop, but, man, that was there. So on the bright side here for the Bears, he is going to have to punt before the 2-minute warning. So I don't know. We'll see how the Bears wants to use it. If he wants to call his timeout here after 3rd down. Again, if I'm Jags here, I'm running the ball because the clock's more your friend. If you throw an incompletion here, it just extends the game. And I think you're safe either way. I don't know that the comeback can happen, but you don't want to throw incompletes here. And you definitely don't want to do that. Wow. Lucky break there, though. They're going to say that he was touched on the interception. But now, even if Bears wants to run this ball 2-3 times, he's got 2-3 snaps before the 2-minute warning. So nothing's off the table here, especially with the way he's been running the ball. And there it goes again. Up the middle. Nice tackle there. 45. Is that Quincy? Is he back? Is old Quincy Williams back? Clavon Chason, okay, the rookie out of LSU. One hell of a tackle there. Really nice play there by him coming off the edge. And Montgomery's just going to plow through. Evans reaches for the first down. Don't think he got it, but you never know with the way they spot the ball here. He did. He got it. What do you know? Just fucking get it close to that line, and it's going to count. I think this is going to get us to the 2-minute warning here with the clock run off. Probably should have went no huddle there. Now he's going to be able to get it off. Okay. But this will be up into the 2-minute warning. You got to think you got to start throwing the ball now once you hit 2-minute warning. XXXXX. No, couldn't get it off in time. Colin Kaepernick, that's why, he was out of the league in the first place. He doesn't have the wherewithal and the awareness to get a snap off in that instance. That's why he grew an afro and is now a spokesman for Nike because of his lack of football IQ. We're still going to keep running. I'm very, very confused now. I got it last drive, but now it seems like it's one of those, this is my best option, or maybe it's a silent protest in the rest of the game. I'm not certain. A little play action here. Kaepernick rolls out. He's going to huck it deep. He's got him. No, Jimmy Graham has let Kaepernick down multiple times. If I tell you what, I do a lot of weird shit in these leagues because I get irked. I think I might cut Jimmy Graham if I was the Bears owner. His ass would just be on the curb. Or you can't trade him, but maybe I'd trade him in the offseason for like a 7th-round pick just to let him know how I thought about him. I wouldn't cut him. Wouldn't let him have that satisfaction to get picked up by another team, but I'd trade him for like a 7th-rounder. Awful. Just awful. Let's see if we got any other streams going on we can switch to after this. Ooh, Bengals Texans. That should be a good one. Maybe we'll switch over to that here in a minute. Let's see where they are. Oh, he's got him coming across, and he actually caught it. Devontae Parker couldn't get out of bounds. You still got all 3 timeouts, so you're going to be able to extend the game, but you got to get something going here and hope to not have to use those 3 timeouts, and maybe you can get the ball back with 10 seconds left. Just throw it up. Oh, he throws it right, too. Is that my boy Leon Jacobs? No, 32. Wilson. I think that's Gerard Wilson. I don't know, though. Don't quote me on that. But either way, whoever it is, he might have to ride coach on the ride home. Am I right? No first class for those drop picks. All right, let's see if Jimmy Graham can drop another touchdown here. Maybe send him on a streak. I know that a lot of people like the tight end out of a streak in the red zone. Let's see what we got going on here. A little bit of audibling, and he is on. No, he's on a little out there. And nicely done. User sack off the edge. That had been coming all game. He'd been getting closer and closer and closer and closer. Yeah, you know, what are you going to do? You don't stand much of a chance here, but I think you got to use your timeouts there. And he gets right around the edge again, throws it up, and it is intercepted that time by Sidney Jones. And that's going to, I mean, I can't imagine that the Bears is going to call his timeouts like Adam Gase and be a douche nozzle. But maybe. You never know. And I don't know you personally, Bears, so I don't want you to think I'm calling you a douche nozzle. I was calling Adam Gase a douche nozzle, not you. That's going to wrap that up. The Jags, that's a huge win for them. All but clinches them into the playoffs there. I mean, not completely, but, you know. It's going to be a tough road for the Raiders to have to overcome them. Although if the Raiders win out and then Colts beats Jags next week, I think it will still be come down to conference record, which the Raiders would win. So I spoke too soon. The Jags have not clinched, but they are one game closer to that 7th seed. And the Bears will be in that, you know, could be the 2 seed. However, if they get beat by the Packers, I think they'll drop to the 5 seed. They did handle the Packers in their first game. So let's switch over to here. And no, the broadcaster has indicated that this channel is intended for mature audiences. Well, if you've heard me speaking, we're not worried about that. Where are we? Second quarter, 14-3. Let's go. Let's run it.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Real good.
We'll see if they can do it here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gonna cost me.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Johnson. I was wondering who the hell that was. And then
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
These games, and I just say 1,000 times in the second quarter, well, you know, if they get the ball first at half, this could be big. I just have no fucking clue.
Watson, he fakes to Johnson and
nice
now looks to throw.
Circle wide open there. He's got it. Boom, nicely
it's
done.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
D-hop replacement. The Texans are looking for in real life. Man, the Texans.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
J.J. Watt's good, but you wouldn't think you'd let him fucking alter the course of your franchise. Like, they traded firsts for Laramie Tunsil, seconds for Brandon Cooks. There's David
wind
Johnson.
up getting 4 down to the 36.
They pretty much decimated the roster.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against him.
Bill O'Brien probably should have been fired, but because J.J. Watt got mad at him, like, let's get rid of him. Come on. Fucking clown show in Houston. The only bigger clown show is in East Rutherford with the Jets.
From the 36,
right, Watson. Pump fake. I don't know if he meant to or not, and now he fumbles.
Watson lost it, and the Bengals have recovered it.
Carl
Every
Lawson.
week we hear talk about create turnovers. Create turnovers.
In
particular, they
wanted
to
to try to
force
force
some
the guy
fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with
do
you.
away with
All
that
right, so if you're a quarterback,
okay, he's already pressed the
starts
button.
all the way
So
back
now
in the
his
youth
fumble
league.
chances
Take
increase.
care
Oh
of the
wait, no,
ball.
it was a pump
Take
fake.
care of the
Let's
ball.
decrease those
Take
again.
care of the ball,
No,
because
once
here
you start
come the
pressing that
defenders.
pass button, whether it's a pump fake or a throw, the fumble chances go up. Let's see what Joe Burrow can do here. He's obviously got his 500 snaps, and his superstar has been activated. Next little breakage in play, I'll pull up these two rosters so we can see what abilities.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
Yeah,
this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Because it's still up for grabs, that third seed in the AFC. Whether it's going to be
the previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Kind of keep pace and keep the pressure on the Colts here.
Burrow will throw.
Burrow gets it off to Mixon.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Arm bar, which makes sense, that stiff arm, and then the balance beam, which is at first blush terrible, but the way guys have to break through the line in 21, I've actually come to not.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
In the middle. A little late.
This will be caught inside the 10.
That Parham.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
At the 9-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Rushing yards. Ross with over 1,000 yards receiving. Parham under 500. So actually not as much of a part of the offense as I had initially thought. It looks more of a John Ross, Joe Mixon kind of that offense, which makes sense. We know speed kills in Madden, and no surprise that we get the delay game here. Could not get the snap off in time. Surprised that you didn't go.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
From the 9, but we've all gotten caught with our hands in our pants.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
41 Mike.
Texans sitting at 5 and 9, kind of playing out the string here. Let's see what they
out of the gun, it's Burrow. Wow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
That's Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals add on to their lead.
They traded a few stars there.
Eddie Pinheiro.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
So right now, if it started today, the Texans are looking at
now
right
after the
top
touchdown,
10,
it's Lachlan
so a loss
Edwards
here
to kick it
isn't the
away.
end of the world for them. The Titans did lose, and that's already been registered, it looks like.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Ravens at 4-10, the Saints at 4-10. So he definitely, to quote-unquote keep pace here with these top 10 teams, probably wants to, it wouldn't hurt his feelings too much were he to lose. Right now you're looking at the Lions with the #1 overall pick, followed by the Dolphins, Rams, and the Seahawks. That tie for the Seahawks.
Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10. Look
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
He's normal dev, but he does have that 89 speed, 92 acceleration, so you're not going to ask for much more. He's obviously a 4-3 right outside linebacker.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Because I played the 3-4, but either way, when you're looking at a 89 speed, 92 acceleration, that's quite the user.
Now it's Burrow. On the screen, Bernard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Yes,
so it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
3-11-1 pushes the Rams down to 2-14. Like I said, next week.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play, and facing a 2nd and long.
The Cardinals to keep them out, or how we're going to do that. But we will see how that works.
Burrow looking to pass.
Nice D-rush move. He fell over his own 2 feet there.
That's going to be caught.
Doesn't catch it, but Madden says he does. Who the fuck cares, right?
Crossing over out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That has happened a lot this cycle, I've noticed. Let's see when it actually came out. He's got it. And it looked like it was on its way out. Yeah, I don't know. In the real NFL, that probably actually is a catch, so I'll show it. It came out pretty late in the game, but you never know on those sideline catches what they would call in the real NFL. Doesn't make me any happier if we use it. Let's see here, JJ, the coach killer, Watt. See if he can make some noise here down in the goal line.
Mixon trying to punch it in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Let's see, Charles. Chuck Medino.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Auden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
He's another big, fast guy.
And all
on
about
that tackle,
timing there on that short
PJ,
slant,
not DJ,
Charles.
PJ Hall.
Exactly right.
Nice
that was timed up so well.
The
route, the throw, touchdown.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
JJ and PJ.
Bengals 28.
The initial brothers
Texans 3.
on the interior there for the Texans. So we'll hang here until halftime, and we'll see who
Now
gets the ball.
after the
If the Bengals
touchdown,
get
it's
the ball,
Lachlan Edwards to kick it away.
If the Texans get the ball, we'll hang tight until we see where this is going.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do with play calling. Because
they had the
one-play drive where you throw an interception.
The sack fumble.
A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
There we go, Deshaun. Back to
from
pass.
The 27, Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
Here we go, 3rd down.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Texans here, you probably let it go down to the 2-minute
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
The way their offense has been moving. Doing some pre-play adjustments here. Let's see which one he settles now.
Alert!
Hot route. Here we go.
50
From the gun, here's Watson.
Blitz, he gets it off.
He finds
there you
his
go. Will
target,
Fuller may be gone. He is. You're not catching him. Bates is one hell of a fast safety, but he's not catching him.
Touchdown, Houston.
28-10. Z Fulton, I don't know who the hell that is.
With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Texans cut into that lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
He went all the way into the end zone.
71-72 started.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. To return it, Darius Phillips. Now a hit.
Fumbles. This is one hell of a turnaround. Now we got 147 on the clock. Zach Cunningham with the recovery. Oh my God, this is, you want to talk about.
And they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage.
Go into the rest of my Saturday, enjoy it with my children. But no, now I am going to enjoy it with my top. by myself in my bedroom while they play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Watching NC-17 movies on their tablets. Maybe. I don't know.
Now Watson.
Little screenplay here.
Screenplay, Johnson.
He got tackled.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
1st and goal. David Johnson in the backfield.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Somebody's there all day.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
And neither was his fault. But still,
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Score, 76 overall. Texans 17.
Young and fast linebacker for 85.
Miami Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Sneaky.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Young, fast linebackers there in Cincy. Let's see if...
on the return, Phillips. And he returns this to the 22.
So let's see what the Bengals do here if they're going to try to score the
Bengals take over 1st and 10
with a minute and 2
at their own
timeouts left.
22-yard line.
The fact that he called a timeout with the Texans down in the red zone, you have to imagine he's going to at least give it a whirl on these first 2 plays.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Put his toe in the water.
Plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. They just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Abuses the guard, but not in time. Auditate again.
I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
So you got to think like that Bucks level kind of huge-ass wide receivers here. So again, we're close to midfield here, 47 seconds.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Now Burrow loses the
but this one is recovered.
I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
Yes, he called a timeout.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Coming around the edge.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Play action. Joe Burrow's going to run.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go.
Whiffed.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
But the clock is still running. I'm not sure if he realizes it or not. That was a risky run there.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
He's going to try for the 54-yard field goal here. Here we go. Make it a
so 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle.
31-17.
So we've come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game.
Not only one,
we send you over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
Return. So that was big. Puts it up to a full 2-touchdown game. So you can kind of, set your game plan accordingly. Even if you just get a field goal here in the 3rd quarter.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes Cobb.
Want to go into a turtle shell conservative shell.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Texans take over 1st and...
Man, we got a timeout. We're going to adjust some depth charts, go get a beer. Who knows? While they're taking a break, I think I will as well. All right, we're back. What I think I'm going to do here is probably turn down the volume of the game, actually, some, and then hopefully I will come through a little better. So we'll turn the speakers down, and hopefully I'll be a little bit stronger than the game. We're going to find out, though. Let me pull up my stream here and see if I'm now louder than the game, because I adjusted the volume on the first game, and on the second game I guess I hadn't yet. So I think the game volume is coming in much stronger than I was.
Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to
Yeah, I think I kind of fixed it there. I'm going to turn the game volume down even more, just because I want to hear me, not Madden. I'll leave him up. Yeah, here we go. All right, let's go here. All right, so 2nd and 9 here. First down. Play only gets him 1 yard. Watson back to pass. He throws it into coverage. Almost intercepted there. Risky pass. And the ball spins on its end. That was pretty neat. You don't see that every day.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about.
Got turf monsters. We got turf monsters that are globetrotters now, just spinning the ball on their fingers. Let's see what we're going to go with here. Watson going to draw back the pass. You got to think on 3rd and 9. We got the angle route out of the backfield, and the hook route there knocked away. But probably the best read, because that angle route that I think he wanted to go to was well covered there by the user middle linebacker. So you gotta do something there. And I don't want to give away all the tricks of the trade, but I've learned that in man coverage, if you can get used to it, it's a hard mechanic to get used to, especially in the heat of the moment when it's your second read. When it's your first read, it's easy, but when it's your second read, it's much harder. If you hit that L2 in the pass button to do that low pass on those hook routes against man especially, they work at a much higher rate. And it's not guaranteed or anything, but it works at a much higher rate. And again, when it's your second read, I find me anyway, Mr. Panic Fingers, has a much harder time hitting that L2. If it's my first read, I can do it every time because I can pretty much hold L2 as soon as I come out of the hike. But when it's my second read, I panic. I sometimes hit the wrong button. Sometimes I'll hit L1. Sometimes I'll hit R1. I just lose my mind because I'm too old to be playing video games with quick twitch reflexes. And Mixon's going to get outside there, and he might go to the house here. Runs right into him. I don't know if that was one of those kind of... I wouldn't call it cheesy at all, but one of those moves where you're kind of hoping that the user switches to Eric Reed and just runs right by you as you do like almost a zig, because the juke works really, really well, but a lot of times you get caught from behind. If you can do that little zig real quick with the left stick and not kind of juke, you end up not losing as much speed, and sometimes guys will run right by you. I'm not saying that's what happened, because it's well within the rules. It's not like super cheesy, like you're just hitting truck stick and hoping that it messes up the pursuit angles or something. But it is one of those things that you kind of get annoyed with when it happens to you. Like that there where you dive at nobody. Although that was a really good play. Over the middle, Parham gets open, and here we go. This could be what I would say, putting the game on ice.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Mike, 55. Check 55.
I think you're going to mix in here, down in the red zone. All right, sends 82 out in motion, maybe not. Is indeed going to be a handoff. Watt with one hell of a play off the line. He's rough to handle, man. He just blows plays up. That's the second one. He didn't blow up the last one, but he got double teamed, and it left everything open for the D tackle. So it's almost like pick your poison. Are you going to mess up your blocking assignments by double teaming him, or are you just going to let him wreck your plays? Not fun playing against these X factors on the interior line. I do it twice a year against Chris Jones, and then I got Joey Bosa on the Chargers on the edge. Luckily, the Raiders don't have as much on the D-line. But, man, when I play the Chiefs and the Chargers, it's always fucking panic mode 24/7 because is Chris Jones just going to annihilate my guard? Is Joey Bosa going to run around my right tackle like he's not even there? So, trust me, these D-linemen can wreck games. It's not quite as insane as it was in 20, but they can still wreck games more so even from the interior this year. Last year it was more your exterior guys come around the edge like psychopaths. This season it's the interior. Even if they don't get there, they just wreck the passing lanes. It's like inaccurate under pressure. So it's rough. Let's see here. Big play here. This keeps it in question. I think if the Bengals get a touchdown here, it's all over, but the shouting. Cranberry's terrible. I don't like cranberry. I went mango, then black cherry. They were more like soda-y. And that's 6 for Auden Tate, his second touchdown of the game, and I think his second touchdown of the season.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
But back to Bon Vive, the cranberry is tart. The others taste more sweet. They're all zero sugar. I don't know how that works. Probably just aspartame. I'm going to end up with liver cancer. One from the alcohol and 2 from the, the additives. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Who needs a liver? I always joked when I was like 23 that I would get a little piece chopped off so that it could be grown in a lab so that when I ruined my liver, I could just get my old liver that had been growing implanted in me. And it was a joke, but I think in hindsight, maybe I should have done that because if I have like 3 beers, which I had last night, and then I had another beer playing the game, so I had 4 total. I woke up this morning and I felt like I was 75. Apparently, after you turn 35, you get hungover if you just drink 1 beer. So all you young whippersnappers that can drink 6 beers, do shots of vodka, get up and go to work the next morning, enjoy it, because I used to be that guy. Drink all night, just have a Gatorade and a coffee, and you can work an 8-hour day. No more. No more. Now if I drink, I wake up groggy, got to get my kids breakfast, and apparently have enough downtime that I can do some goddamn YouTube streams of digital football games. That's fun at 35. Don't feel like a loser with my low T. But no, I'm just warning you. Take care of your liver, take care of your body, because you start to feel like shit after you're 35. This public service announcement has been brought to you by Old Man Regret. All right, let's get back to the game. 38-17, 21-point lead for the Bengals. This one keeps the pressure on the Colts more importantly than anything, and it's going to be one of those down-to-the-wire kind of things. Almost you get to pick your opponent if you're the Bengals or Colts. Do you want that 6 seed or do you want that 5 seed? I would imagine, like I said, most people would rather play me than Steph, so we'll kind of see how the Colts and Bengals play it the remainder of the year.
From the 38,
little draw. I love that draw action. Nicely read by the Bengals. Couldn't get there, though. Got underneath of it, but nice animation. I like that because it was nicely read, but it was a nicely thrown ball, so I'm not mad at either of them. If you're the Bengals, I think you're like, oh, shit, I read that perfectly. That should have been a pick. And if you're the Texans, you're like, that was the right play, right read. I deserve that completion. So I think both sides there can be happy with the outcome, to be honest, if you're honest with yourself. All right, this one does go to Johnson with the middle. Nicely played there by Geno Atkins, who I do believe still has that superstar trait, and he probably deserves it. He's been dominant in the league for it seems like a decade. I don't know exactly when he came into the league, but it seems like he's been around for ages just doing it. Carlos Dunlap, Carl Lawson, the Bengals have a very underrated defensive line. It's not like Redskins level because they're all older, whereas the Redskins have much younger guys. But this D-line can get after the running game and the pass game, as you saw Dunlap there blow up that pitch play. So 3rd and 15, not looking good here for the Texans. If they do not get this first down, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a day for the streams. Yeah, 3 o'clock. It's about that time where you got to start planning dinner, pulling shit out, getting it ready. Hooray! for a wife that works and I have to cook. Not kidding. I actually enjoy cooking. So. Here we go. Going deep, are we? Yes, we are. Jump ball. This could be big, and we get the pass interference. First and goal at the 1. Von Bell bailout call, but you'll take it. You'll fucking take it. You're goddamn right you will. If I were up like 21, if the Bengals got that, maybe you decline it. But if you're the Texans, you're taking that penalty. Just because you feel bad if you're up 21 and you get that call. You're like, fuck, I'm 3rd and 15. It's such a bailout. But when you're down 21, you're like, fuck it, I deserve it. I've been getting fucked all game, and you take it. David Johnson in for the touchdown, Texas. So we still got a ball game. God does not want this. I'm not sure about higher beings. I'm more agnostic, atheist on the the spectrum of religion. But God clearly wants me to continue commentating these Madden games. Otherwise, that wouldn't have happened. Book it. There's a higher being. Just convince me. Church of Madden. I'm going tomorrow morning to church. If they were open, can't go to them anymore because damn Gestapo government, communists, won't let me go to church. But I can go to the liquor store and buy Bon Vives, but I can't praise Jesus. Tell you what, it's tough times. Tough times to be a conservative white man in America. It's hard being a white man. I know y'all think there's white privilege, but it's hard out here for a white boy. Can't even shave my head without people thinking I'm a neo-Nazi. I got to wear like a sign that says, I like Biden. I just shave my head because I'm bald. It's not easy, you know. You don't walk out of your house in the morning and all of a sudden banks off your loans. That don't happen. I go to work every morning, work hard. Yeah, I can get a speeding ticket and mouth off to a cop and not worry about getting shot. Or, yeah, I can basically do nothing at work and still people think I'm competent because I speak up in company meetings. But that's neither here nor there, you know. All right, that's whatever. It's hard. People look at me funny. Sometimes my mask slips down below my nose and people think I'm a Trump supporter. I got to worry about that. Jesus Christ. Come on, guys. Are we done? You done being a psychopath? Okay, let's go back to the game. All right, 38-14. Here we go. Looks like the Bengals are going to try to put the game on ice here with their running game. Something he's very capable of doing. He's got Joe Mixon. He's got Giovanni Bernard, who, again, are not spring chickens, but they're going to be around for a few years in this cycle, no doubt, and they're going to be a problem to deal with for teams in the AFC. Gio Bernard there blown up by J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt has had one hell of a game. He's getting long in the tooth as well, but as long as he's got that little X underneath his feet, he's not going to regress, and he's going to be a problem for interior linemen. We know that the interior linemen in this game get shit on, so you kind of got to hope if you're in the AFC North that you can figure something out, because I think the Steelers, Pouncey's getting old. I don't know what else they have at guard, but the Steelers usually have decent O-lines, but you got to figure that's a problem. Wyatt Teller, when we started this, was dog shit, so that hurts for the Browns. I think he's all the way up to like almost an 80 now in real man. I think he's gone up seriously 11 points. When at launch he was like a 69. I think now he's like he was a 68. I just wanted an excuse to say 69. I think he was a 68 and he's all the way up to a 79. So Wyatt Teller has benefited, one, from his play in real life, and two, from the Madden rating gods. He's gone up. I know Tristan Wirfs has gone up quite a bit, 2 or 3 points. Mekhi Becton's gone up 2 or 3 points. So anyway, O-linemen, especially interior O-linemen in Madden, it's either feast or famine. You either get like Quentin Nelson, who's like an 86 with a superstar dev, or you end up with like fucking Cameron Clark if you're the Jets. Normal dev, 66 overall rookie. And it's like, well, fuck. Not even going to be able to dev him. So it's like, I don't know, it's feast or famine, which maybe it is that way in real life, but I feel like that there's enough middle-of-the-road interior O-linemen that you can get by just fine as long as you scheme it up properly. Although the Cowboys are finding out that it's not quite so easy to replace O-linemen. Eagles, same way. This is real life, obviously, not Madden. Here we go. J.J. Watt getting usered again. Let's see if he can blow up this ponytailed dude. Little end around. J.J. Watt does blow him up, and he gets to the edge. Nicely done there. Well played by the Texans. 2 yards there for Guyton. He's another one of those kind of, I believe he's a speedster.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Maybe I'm losing my mind here, but I thought he's more of a speedster.
Line of scrimmage, the 36
Pull
on
this up here.
second
We're
and 8.
already into the fourth quarter. Bengals is really, really good at running the ball. So when he gets a lead, he's hard to come back on. It's not impossible, but he's hard to come back on. Nicely done there by J.J. Watt. What a catch there by the white boy. Is that like Hunter Renfro's little cousin?
gets this down inside the 35.
Got number 12 there with one hell of a catch.
Not much production on that play.
Let's see here.
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that
12. Rashard Davis.
He'll be the one in the film session. If he's saying, hey, run that one back, coach. Run that one back. One more time. Let's see that again. And they won't. 8 more times. They won't.
Wow, there's a nicely run route. Number 14 there, user juke. Now the Bengals are really spreading this ball around. There's Guyton again with that. Rashard Davis looks super white in this in Madden. I don't know. I don't know. That did not look like the guy who just caught that pass. But Jalen Guyton.
This is first and goal.
All right, so here we go. Let's see here. First down. I'm assuming this is Mixon territory, and then we'll go from there. But J.J. Watt's being used again, so the run might get just blown up. It is Mixon territory, and Merciless comes off the edge and gets there, as does Bo Scarlett. So nicely done there by the Texans D. Jalen Guyton is indeed a 93 speed. I thought he was one of those faster guys. He came in the league last year, so he's in his second year. Trying to make an impression there. Yeah, look, 12 right here. Look how super duper. He looks like Hunter Renfrow in the slot.
Here's second and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Oh, almost picked. There was that. I think that was a low pass. That's what I was talking about earlier. That when it's your first read, it's easy to do, but not so easy to do when it's your second read. So here we got the split backs. Texans coming in hot. You got to think the slant's going to be there over the middle. There. Boom, yep, wide open. There it was. Another low pass throw to the white guy, Hunter Renfrow, who's not a white.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Am I looking at the wrong? Oh, yeah, I did. He's got 2 number 12s? What? Doesn't make sense. Okay, well, but it makes more sense now. It doesn't make sense that he has 2 number 12s, but actually, yeah, that looks much more like the guy who caught the pass. I am not really sure what the deal is there. All right, so 42-24. Let's stick with this through the Houston drive. If they don't score, then I will go. I know I've said that 13 times now, but every time I try, they keep pulling me in. Every time I think I'm going, they pull me back in. Was that Pacino? I think it was Pacino.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in. RPO option based on that. Nicely played there by number 59, and he got the interception earlier. Forget the hyphen. He's one of those fast rookie linebackers that the Bengals do have.
But it'll be second down. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Hudson, here we go. We got Cooks. And I don't know why Will Fuller's not in here. I don't know if he got hurt or if he's...
Johnson.
Nicely done there by David Johnson. Terrible blocking there by 56. And DJ Reader's hurt, which, again, another solid guy along the D-line for the Bengals. I think people are sleeping on this Bengals D-line. Maybe it's just me who's sleeping on him. Davis Gaither, that's his name.
Oh, you're eager. You come running up there.
All right, so 3rd and 3. Here we go. Big play. You got to imagine it's 4-down territory here for the Texans.
And D-line wearing down, 4th quarter.
Nice play action here within the rules because he's only 3 yards away. He's going to the then that's picked. That's going to be the ball game here. Oh, and that might be a fumble. Wow. A risky little taunt move there. Trey Waynes, I'm assuming he was trying to go down because the mechanic to go down used to be R2L2 square, and now you just have to jam square like 75 times for you to go down. We're going to sign off here with that. End this stream. Gentlemen, for real this time, enjoy your weekend.